Welcome back to Culture Clash Reactions. My name's Akasha.
My name is Fen.
Today we are going to do a video that I came across when I got in one of my little YouTube holes. It's, I think, the best or the funniest campaign ads, because I know you're super into politics. I'm not particularly, but he's super into politics. So it's just a compilation of like random funny, you know, those campaign ads where they try to I don't know.
Be hip or something, or
yeah, I guess. I always see him on TV, like on commercials.
You told me, you said I saw a video, and I think it'd be good for the channel, and it was like these political campaign, like blah blah. It was like a compilation of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, we'll save it for the channel. We'll give it a bash because I'm just like a massive politics nerd and just find.
I just think things like this are funny, but he actually like deep dives into them. So.
Bit of a nutcase.
A bit of a nutcase.
I'll give it a try.
Just try it. Let's just see what it. Let's see if it's funny.
My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome. Love God and family and the Constitution. I tried to get another conservative to run. Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done.
Are you a racist?
What? I've got to stop. I've got to jump in. What is it with... It's not just America, it happens in the UK as well, with them trying to like rap shit, like trying to be hip. Is that what it?
Trying to reach the audience, I think, is what it is.
Fucking hell, right? Let's go.
Nobody could do it, so I'm getting it done.
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans? The media calls us racist for wanting to build Trump's wall. They censor us, but it doesn't change the truth. Joe Biden's open border is killing Ohioans, with more illegal drugs and more Democrat voters pouring into this country.
In Georgia,
we're done. Cringe.
Isn't Ohio on the other side of the country? Isn't that all the way up north?
Yeah, it's like all the way to the top. It's where Kayla and Derek live.
Right. Well, Mexico's on the other side. Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans?
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm not.
Come on, JD. What the hell are you doing?
All right, JD.
What the hell?
Oh, this is actually really great. This is a good idea. This is totally me.
In Georgia, we're done with the establishment twin buddy system. I believe in Jesus, guns, and babies.
I believe in Jesus, guns, and babies.
Okay, girl.
We have to leave this country.
What the fuck,
we have to
dude?
leave this fucking country.
What the fuck?
I can't see that again. I believe. Oh shit! Hang on. That was too good. Hang on.
Buddy system. I believe in Jesus, guns, and babies. And I believe in putting the Constitution first.
That was so good.
I can't.
I believe in Jesus, guns, and
babies.
Jesus.
That's going to be
guns.
a bumper sticker somewhere.
I'm guessing she's a Republican. I'm just going to put it out. I might be wrong.
I don't like to make assumptions.
I might be wrong.
I don't like to
Jesus,
make
guns,
assumptions.
and babies. What a fucking mix. I don't think that's ever been in a sentence in the history of the earth. Jesus, guns, and
making
babies.
a statement, baby. That's why she's in this compilation.
She did the whole... mate, she's got my vote.
She's a bad bitch.
She's got my vote.
Whoever
honestly.
you are, you a bad bitch, girl.
This guy, again, I'm gonna guess.
Democrat.
Definitely Democrat. Loves his guns. Definitely. This guy, look at his fucking... All right, here we go.
This is a short-barreled rifle. It wasn't designed for hunting. This is designed to kill people. But if you're not a bad guy, I support your right to own one. The Second Amendment is not about duck hunting. It's about protecting your family and your country.
Just straight up mental. Oh, let's talk about mental. Look, these are campaign ads.
I don't think we should have done this video. This video's going to get taken down, you know.
I don't know. This is brilliant.
I bet it will.
This is all me. This is fantastic. This is a campaign ad. They got a guy in a KKK. I'm so excited
This is
to see the
outrageous,
rest of
honestly.
this. I'm so excited to see the rest of this.
Democrats like to say that no one needs an AR-15 for self-defense. That no one could possibly need all 30 rounds. But when this rifle is the only thing standing between your family and a dozen
All right, Equalizer.
angry Democrats in Klan hoods, You just might need that semi-automatic.
Democrats and Klan.
I'm also worried how they put the best and worst. So whoever made this video, who's saying which one is the best?
This is fucking. Hang on.
This is why countries make fun of us, dude.
Automatics in all 30 rounds.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a DC gang!
That almost looks like them. For a second there, I thought that was Joe Biden.
It's not though, baby.
It looks like him though.
Big Jim Lynn.
We're tired of being pushed around.
And open borders.
And gas prices.
The good people of Arizona have had enough of you. It's time for a showdown.
What the fuck?
I'm Jim Lehman, and I approve this message.
Told you Kay Ivey was going to put lead on that target.
Yep. Record job creation.
America's strongest pro-life law.
Kay blocked Biden's vaccine mandate.
Banned critical race theory.
Sent troops to the border.
Kay kicked so much liberal butt, I bet her leg's tired.
No step too high for a high stepper.
Oh, that was epic. That was enjoyable.
So I only
love that.
watched a little bit of it, and now that I've watched the whole thing, I'm like kind of upset that like I know that you find it funny, but there's actually a little part of me right now that's like irritated that
this exists.
That like my country puts that out. And it's not about what they believe in. I'm not even talking about if you believe about, you know, that abortion shouldn't be, all these things I'm not going to get into. That's fine, but like
it's the way of going about it. They think that, but not only do they think, can I jump in? I'm going to two things that like one, we live in the States and this is the stuff that they show, obviously, like Europe to like make fun of America. And
but you know what? There's people that will watch that and think, "Oh yeah, I'm definitely voting for that person."
That is what's worrying for me is that obviously these people do like their market research and stuff, and they actually like these. You know, I mean, for me and you, we find it hilarious, but they've done their research, and they find that these adverts work best. That's what's frightening is that there's a bunch of people who are going, I don't like me some open borders and I do gas prices, and that's the terrifying bit is that, you know, they're not even interested in mine and yours vote or whatever. I mean, we don't vote, we can get into that, but that's what's terrifying. But I try not to like choose sides because, again, as I say, I don't vote across the board, whether it's US, UK, and that's a different thing. And that's because I don't feel that any of these people represent me in any way, shape, or form. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter, even in the UK, even in whatever.
Yeah.
None of them. Never have I looked at somebody and thought that's a guy that, you know, really is trying to do something. Never, not once in my lifetime.
I've only thought that once.
And
not even 100%, but the most I've ever felt
Obama?
it. No, Bernie.
Oh, yeah, I would say Bernie's the closest.
I really
Bernie's
think he was probably the closest.
The closest thing you would get, I would say, yeah, we had...
and I don't like... I'm, like, mad that I even said that because I don't like putting my, like, political views out on, like, the internet, but...
Yeah. We're not, this is the thing, we were talking about this whole, like, I hate this whole, like, the thing I find most difficult, and that's turned into, like, a political rant now, but... Tribalism in the US is the thing that I found most difficult living here. You're either left, you're either right. You're either pro-gun, you're either vax, anti-vax. You're either you're either gay, straight. Like it's not that black and white across the rest of the world. But in the US, like there's just to give you an idea. There's a friend of mine who says he's a Republican, and then one time we were talking. I don't know how it came up. And we were talking about I think abortion came up, and he's like, to be honest with you, man, I'm just like. He said, I'm impartial about it, and like I get why some people would get an abortion.
Then you can't call yourself that, though. That's
no, that's the thing. So I said to him, no, but I heard him in a conversation. Somebody was around, and he was like, yeah, well, you know, we're Republican, you know, we believe in.
Yeah.
But then when I got him on his own, he's like, I'm not really that bothered, to be honest with you. Yeah. And I just thought that was interesting, is that once you choose a team in America, that's it. Whether you... On some of the other issues, if you agree or disagree, you have to stick with that team, no matter what, thick and thin.
That's why I don't choose, like, one, I don't talk about it. Like, this is the most I've probably ever talked about it, even in my regular life.
Yeah.
Because it's just not, all it does is like divide people. Do you know what I mean? It's just not, It's just not my thing.
But I mean, it was hilarious. My favorite was Jesus,
No, that
Guns
was-
and
I mean,
Babies.
that was-
fun. But the fact and the guy, but it's all like built for fear.
That's
isn't
the
it?
thing. That's why I'm saying I'm upset because
That looks terrifying. Bunch of
I
guys
thought
in
it was
hood
gonna be
clans. Like,
right.
look at these Democrats.
When I
like,
picked that, I thought it was gonna be like a funny
No,
video.
it is funny.
It is funny, but no, but it has triggered a little bit of something in me that I'm like
Sure.
not ashamed, but like what the fuck is this?
yeah. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Honestly,
but it works. So what does
yeah.
that say about things?
I've
you
said
know?
this to you a few times. The only I've got a lot of love for America, but the only time we have to reconsider everything is
Yeah,
when we
dude,
have
what the
kids.
hell?
When we have kids, we have to reconsider our whole position because
What if they played some shit like that in like a classroom with
this
like
is
young
the thing.
kids?
So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're worried about like the whole like trans thing and blah blah blah. Okay, fine, that's one conversation, but this is just as terrifying for me.
What the hell?
For the kids, you know what I mean? So like,
Oh my god.
we have to rethink our whole situation.
That lady with the what did she say?
I believe in Jesus, guns, and babies.
Okay, girl.
Oh, that was fun.
That's wild.
But yeah, no, it does open the top because what's worrying about it is that they've done their research. This is what works.
Yeah, they didn't just pull that out of the hat
and
like,
think this is great, guys.
no.
This is really great. No,
they put a shit ton of money into doing polls and researching
Right.
what it's, and
Exactly.
that's gonna take
That's
a
what's gonna
big
take us.
demographic of people
Sure.
in the U.S.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Are you a racist? Do you hate Mexicans? Like,
Oh my
no, not neither of those things. In Ohio, I'm thinking, even geographically, Ohio.
I really do want to like message the person that made that video and be like, I just want to clarify.
It's
Which one do you
independent. It's a newspaper in the.
well,
UK.
either way, I want to ask, which ones do you think were the best and which ones do you think were the worst?
I think they just called it that to stay politically correct. They don't want to. They don't want to go look how fucking dumb these Americans are because
Yeah.
it's like a newspaper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they put bust and worst, but they are poking fun. But yeah, man, fuck you know.
It's just funny because like in our relationship, like we are on the opposite of extremes when it comes to politics, not beliefs, but he finds it
mental.
He finds it super interesting. He's always into it. He knows more about, and I'm on the opposite end, which is probably not good because I'm not educated on these things and I should be a little bit more educated on these things.
I had to be though as well
Right.
because I am.
of your-
if you are new to the show, I am half Libyan and half British. I grew up under a dictatorship and then
Right.
went to the UK and saw what is supposedly democracy.
Right.
And so I've had to put all the pieces together in
Yeah.
my own head of like what's right and what's wrong and what's real and what's not and whatever. And I've kind of realized that the whole system is fucked.
It's crazy.
It's fucked. And so that's why I just don't get involved in it. Yes, I yell at the TV when there's, when just different things are happening, but that's just because I want us
understand-
to be better as a human
Of
race
course.
and we suck.
And I'm on the opposite end where like it's actually a really good thing that most people aren't like me because I'm too complacent and I know that about myself. I know the basic things going on in the world, but I should be more educated as a 30-year-old woman who lives in America. I should be, but I get so worked up and frustrated and pissed off when I start listening. I'm like, this is what the fuck? So then I just stay out of it completely.
Right.
Which is also probably not a good thing either. Do you know what I
Sure.
mean? But it's just, we're the complete opposite.
No, but it's good. We need that balance as well because if we were both like this anyway, then
yeah,
even
of
for
course.
the relationship, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But yeah. But still, I enjoyed
Yeah.
that. That was fun. But
Yeah.
it's definitely a topic. Please include yourself, whatever, anything. I'm sure at some point I've said something that's probably upset someone or whatever. Because
But see, I think, and that's the thing that sucks, is I think you should be able to put videos out like this and you should be able to have constructive conversation in the comments. But this is my issue with politics and religion
Everyone's
and all
just
these
mental.
things is everyone just cares about their views.
Right, their
that
team.
that it's just let's attack everybody that's not. How about we have a constructive conversation about it?
Well, that's
How
why
about
I
that?
say some stuff sometimes that blows people's mind. Like as I said, like we grew up under dictatorship in Libya, and then I say to people, it's not all that bad actually. People
Right.
go, what about my... And I try and explain to them that I know that you've never lived under it and you don't understand it, and
Right.
therefore it's not... I'm not saying so. I'm saying that there's positives to it and that we don't have this distraction of teams and fighting
Yeah.
and bullshit, whatever. Everyone's just trying to feed their families and stay safe. Anyway.
But see, that's
I
an
could go on
interesting
and on.
conversation to have.
Right,
but most people aren't
can't
open to that
even they can't even
conversation.
get
Yeah,
their head
yeah, yeah.
around it. So anyway,
Interesting.
Still good
Interesting
fun.
politics.
Maybe I believe in guns, Jesus, and babies. Just to let you know from now on, it is fun. I do have to mention though that it is funny that it is all Republican videos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But again, like
not
that's
that
the
we're
thing.
choosing sides,
No,
but-
if that's what you want to believe, cool. But then like that would be cool if we could sit down and have a conversation and tell me why you're so passionate about these things, and then but you don't want to hear my side. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why I can't. That's why I can't have the conversation.
And plus, people have just like people are not actually having a conversation anymore. They've just gone.
They're not listening to what the other person
Yeah,
says.
they've gone on YouTube and they've what Bill Burr likes to call. They've gone on I'mRight.com, found as much information they can get. If you're left wing, you're watching this kind of show. If you're right wing, you're watching Ben Shapiro. Whatever. You're just regurgitating somebody else's thoughts,
right?
And somebody else's. So it's not even your. Oh, you haven't even came to. Like I'd like.
Well, yeah, because if you have a conversation with somebody who actually has formed their own opinions, eventually, if that conversation goes on, you will get tripped up because that person.
You will.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. Once you choose a side as well, you're gonna get tripped
like if
up.
you believe something, even if I don't believe it, then believe it full-heartedly and be educated on it, so I can ask you questions about. But this whole well, I'm this because of this.
It's because their parents are.
Yeah.
That's why most people are religious because their parents are religious. Most people are this because they're, most people are, that's all it is. This idea that people actually have.
But that's my point. And I would be so much more susceptible to a conversation if you were just like, this is what I believe. You can do with that with what you want. Do you know what I mean? But that's just not how. It's just the humans. We don't do that.
And once you choose a side, you're gonna get tripped up at some point. Like generally speaking, and maybe I shouldn't, maybe not share that on YouTube. But
just be careful. This is gonna get taken down.
No, I don't care. Even if it does get taken down, good, because I'd rather people actually have a conversation. But I was gonna say that generally speaking, I'm should we say liberal thinking? Everyone have a nice life, be gay, be this, be whatever. I'm a product of two completely different nationalities. The idea that I'd be racist against anybody, all of that. I'm probably left leaning, but I wouldn't get the vaccine.
Right.
And a lot of people turned on me because of that, and I had my reasons for it, and that's for another time, and I wouldn't get it. And I said this, that, and the other, and you love Trump. I was like, what are you even on about?
What does that even mean? That has nothing to do with...
Trump is not even in my equation in my life whatsoever. Or do you let me guess, do you like guns? I was getting so mad. No.
Because it's a separate issue.
Everything a separate issue. They talk about...
But that just shows how it gets grouped together when you pick a side.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we could talk about this for hours. We could talk... Yeah, this is supposed to be like a fun video now we've gone on, but I prefer that. I would rather we do... it's not just fun reactions, just whatever, la-di-da, or let's just stare at the screen and laugh. No, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, of course.
And a lot of people are struggling, especially in this day and age. A lot of people are struggling, and people are starting to realize, why am I working my ass off?
Yeah.
I am exhausted, and I have no time for my family, no time for my hobbies, and I'm living paycheck to paycheck, and I have no money in the bank, and I can't afford a decent car. And people are starting to slowly wake up.
Yeah.
And it's because of these people here at the top are keeping us, obviously, just basically... moronic and just robots. And not to sound like a conspiracy, but it's very obvious. And so people are starting to wake up, and the power of the internet, the positive of the internet, people starting to do that, putting the pieces together themselves as to what's really going on.
Well, hopefully one day people can speak freely about these things, and for example, it doesn't get taken off of YouTube. We've had multiple videos where we've had legit conversations about stuff, and they get taken down. So.
Well, and that's the thing. So that's where the other side, they don't want, they can call it hate speech, and you're like,
it's not hate speech. We're just
even
talking.
If it was, you should have the right to hate somebody. By the way, by the way, you know what I mean? That's if you want. That's a whole. We could go on and on.
Yeah,
we could go on and on. Right? Any thoughts? Join in the chat. That was good fun.
Be nice to each other, yo.
Yeah. Even if you're not, fuck it. Even if you're not.
Well, again, opposites. Be nice to each other.
Right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Any other suggestions like that would be welcome. Until next time, it's been fun. See you all later.